Hello, Thrivers. Heather here, excited to come to you with our Better Me, Better Marriage Challenge. We are on day number 5 already. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness, this challenge is flying by. So for those new to the group, welcome. We are doing a 18-day challenge, Better Me, Better Marriage Challenge, based on a mini course for life. And this book is actually sold out, so I apologize. It's on back order, I guess. But we're going through, and today we're doing day number 5. Before we get to that, I did want to check in with how everyone did yesterday for day number 4. And this is a little tarot card we had. Tear out card. I keep saying it sounds like tarot card. It's not a tarot card, tear out card. And so this one was yesterday as I am not a victim of the world I see. So be really honest. How did you do? Did you forget about it? Did you go all in? Did you notice it made a difference? Did you struggle with it? Just be really honest and go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know how you did with this and the impact that it is or maybe is not making in your life. Either way, you never know how you sharing your experience can help someone else, and it might be exactly what they needed to hear that day to give them a boost as they are working on their marriage and working to improve themselves. So I'm going to be accountable here. I am not a victim of the world I see. I typically think of myself as a person that doesn't live in victim mode, and I'm going to bring in Brian Johnson here. He talks about in his Optimize, which is incredible if you are looking for an additional resource on how to live an optimal life. But he calls it ownish versus victimese, almost as if these are two completely different language, almost as if we are living in two completely different worlds. Are you owning your life? Are you speaking the language of ownish? I own this. I own this circumstance. I own the situation. I own my part in this. Or are you in the land speaking the language of victimese? That everyone else is to blame. You are not at fault here. Bad things always happen to me. This situation always happens to me. And these people always do these things to me. That kind of language is victimese. So do a quick check-in with yourself. Are you speaking the language of ownish or are you speaking the language of victimese? Now, yesterday, I noticed that, I usually take charge. I see myself as someone that takes responsibility for my life. I take responsibility. I don't blame others. I don't blame situations. However, this challenge helped me recognize that I was complaining a little bit about our children being so sick, and it's just been crazy. My little 10-month-old Ellie, she has another ear infection, and it's just been one thing after the other. So we spent most of the holiday fighting the flu, and before that it was strep, and then the adenovirus, and it's just been insane. Since school started, we have had just one round of sickness after the other, and it's really wearing on both Ben and I and our sleep, and just dealing with constant sickness, and we're just really looking for solutions. However, sometimes we slip out of solution mode and being really effective and proactive about things to then complaining. And I recognized that every time I slip into even a small complaint, even a low-level complaint, is still going into that victim mode because I'm whining about the situation as if it were happening to me, something outside myself, instead of looking at it that things like this happen and what can I do to solve this? What can I do to better myself? And Morgan, you want to say hi? Hi. All the kids are home today because they don't have school on Fridays. All right, so how did you do with this? What difference did it make for you? Are you starting to see things a little bit differently? We know, as I said, I quote this all the time because it's one of my favorites from Bob Proctor, that when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So for me with the sick kids, when I start to change the way I look at that and I stop feeling like such a victim and I don't complain about the situation, but I recognize that this has happened for probably a really good reason, and that this is leading to good things, and also that there's just ebb and flow in life, right? We just have those high waves and we have the low parts, just like the waves of the sea, and just recognizing that all of it is good, all of it is okay. As I start to change that and become more at peace with that, then I feel better, obviously, I respond better, and the beautiful part is, if you've ever done this, then You open your mind and your soul to receive inspiration, to receive guidance, and to receive solutions that come. What are we doing? They love to see themselves on camera. Don't know where they got that from. It's definitely not Ben. He's over there laughing at me. All right, so our challenge for today, are you ready? Okay, awesome. Hey, Glenn. Oh, thank you. Yep, you're absolutely welcome. I love this, and this is so powerful, and I love the ripple effects that this has as we work on ourselves, the effects that it has not only for us personally, but for our spouses, for our marriages, and for our families, and it just goes out from there. It's incredible. We'll never know how many lives we touch by every positive step that we take forward, even if it's a small one, especially if it's a small one. It's turning about, it's saying, no more complaining about sick kids, no more complaining, period, because I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts, and I am not a victim of the world that I see. I am a creator. And I understand that there's that beautiful ebb and flow in life, and I celebrate it. I embrace it all. All right, so sorry, getting to our challenge today. Day number 5. There is another way of looking at the world. Oh, this just goes like so perfectly with what I just said. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. All right, here's the lesson on the back. The world I see through eyes of fear is indeed a threatening world. Yet there is another way of looking at it. I can choose to see familiar people and things as if for the first time. Without my fears from the past, I can experience the beauty, contentment, and joy all around me and in all people who are part of my life. Whenever I experience fear, I will repeat, this is my instant of releasing you, name, and myself from a fearful world. Together we can join in seeing a loving world. That is so, so beautiful. I just love that. So without without my fears from the past, I can experience oh my goodness. Maybe Morgan should read it. The beauty, contentment, and joy all around me and in all people who are part of my life. Okay, so today this is our challenge, to go throughout the day and recognize that there is another way of looking at the world. So today, as we face different things, if we notice that our energy starts to go down, if we notice that our emotions start to head in a negative direction or somewhere that we don't want them to go, let's ask ourselves, what could be a different way of looking at this? How could I bring more love into this and release some of that fear? Yesterday, my family had a bit of a scary moment. At least for me, it was scary. There was a threat to the schools close to where my children go, a shooting threat here in Colorado, and nothing actually happened, but there's always that terror of my children are at school and you never know what could happen. And the world can be threatening if you look through the eyes of fear. And I just held them close, and they were like, we're not afraid, Mom, that's totally okay. We actually had fun. We got to play games during the lockdown and stuff. They thought it was a great day. But for me, I'm just like, you know, I know that we're going to be okay. And as we choose to focus on increasing love in the world, it'll heal many, many, many of those that are wounded and those that are broken. And it will give us the strength to face the challenges that we do face and that are out there. It's not like we're blind to them. It's just that we choose to see them a different way. So I encourage you guys to do this with me today, and then we'll check in tomorrow I'm not going to be doing them over the weekend. I am only going to be doing them Monday through Friday. So we will resume day number 6 on Monday. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Maybe it's time to go play hair salon with Morgan here. I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll talk to you soon.